What's up guys, hi and welcome to Cambridge Part 2. So we are now at Magdalen College, one of the Cambridge University buildings. So we're going to have a walkabout with the paranormal equipment and we're going to ask out some questions and see what we get. So we'll show you guys around because this is old, this goes back to like 1700s. So let's take a look. Okay, so all the university buildings are divided up into different blocks and are each given different names. So these are real student accommodations right now. So these doorways lead up to accommodation. Well kept gardens. Andy's got the necrophonic, how we work at the minute, necrometer.
All I've got is Henry.
Henry? So that's someone's name then. Would you like to come through, help Henry, and talk to us and tell us about your connection to
Let me know what you were studying here.
Magdalen College?
Who are you?
Tell us a bit about yourself, Henry. We'd love to meet you. Three? Maybe you're studying 3 subjects? What subjects were you studying?
What were you studying? What qualifications did you get? What did you go on to be doing?
Let's go up to this door. I know we can't go in, but sometimes you can get like orbs coming through doors and stuff like that. We can all go this far up because this is actually real university, guys. It's still being used. Feel sad?
Makes you feel sad.
Really?
What is it that makes you feel sad?
That's interesting. Why were you sad, Henry?
Is it a sad time when you were here? Did you not like being here? Was it
Perhaps it's not what he wanted to do.
audio?
Really? Well, it's probably referring to this.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wasn't doing what he wanted to do.
Yeah, we are using audio, so I can hear your voice and everything like
These
that.
original doorways, ancient, and they're all still being used by present day students to get in and out of the classrooms. And I think upstairs is some of the accommodation. So these is proper like, I guess these are people with money, you know, private education and all that. Let's have a look at this chapel up here. I guess this is Magdalen Chapel, which goes with, here at Cambridge, you seem to find that all the different university blocks have got their own church attached to it. Because bearing in mind, the students went to uni in the days when it was a very religious country.
Say goodbye.
Say goodbye. Is he going already?
Bye. So can you introduce somebody else to us?
You got death and then goodbye.
Death, wrong. Say goodbye. No, lethal.
Maybe you don't think he took his life or something, do you? Because he didn't want to be here at uni.
It
wasn't for everybody, was it?
Well, no, a lot of people were forced to go in it, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were told, you've got to go there because you were going to take over.
I think he used to find...
Apparition.
Oh, well, if you can show yourself, Henry. If you can show yourself, Henry, please come forward. So Andy's going to use the SLS camera now, which maps figures if they're in, you know, before us. And there's a figure mapping already.
Right in front of me.
Now,
can you come and stand in front of me again?
Is this Henry?
He did say apparition. It was only brief, but
it was there.
Oh, he's in that doorway.
Is he in the doorway?
He's in the doorway.
Right, okay. So there's someone coming down. When they've gone, I'll zoom in onto the doorway.
So it's...
so what it is, SLS guys, if you haven't already seen it on other people's channels, it maps out figures.
Are you in that doorway?
So we're picking up on the SLS that he's in the doorway. Now I wonder if we'll pick up an orb if we go up to that doorway. Yeah, but it mapped a person, there's no one there. That's when you know it's spirit.
Can you show yourself again in that doorway?
There's a bricked up window above it, look. That's interesting that would happen then. Is it mapping? Oh, it's mapping those 2 people, so at least we know that's...
But it's like it keeps peeping around that corner.
Really?
He's peeping around the door.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Right, so do you want to go up to the door again in a minute when the foot traffic's gone by?
Yeah.
So just to explain the SLS, guys, for those people who haven't come across it yet, if we film an area and a spirit or a ghost passes by, steps into view, we'll pick up a stick figure on the camera.
Yeah.
Now it also maps real people, so to test it out we'll film the person to make sure it's working, and but then after that, if there is nobody standing there and we're still getting these stick figures mapped out on the screen, then we have a ghost. So we've just had in that doorway someone...
That doorway, it was like peeping their head round.
Oh, alright, let's go back over
Can you
there.
come and do that again? I'm not sure whether he was peeping his head round this little archway or that.
Come forward, Henry, don't be afraid. Yeah. Don't be frightened of us or this equipment.
It just helps us know.
This helps us to be able to talk to you.
Yeah. Or anybody.
It isn't going to hurt you.
Anybody who wants to...
Anybody else who wants to come forward.
There he is, he's back again in that
Alright,
doorway.
so whereabouts is he showing?
In that
the arch?
In that doorway. In that,
okay, right.
That way.
Right, so let's go up there then. So obviously there's a spirit there.
If we come over, can you...
It'd be interesting to see if we walk up if he disappears. Or if he's still going to stay there.
Coming through this door. Are you peeping through here again?
Do you think he's following us? Could be following us and peeping here and there. Let's just try that arch door again and see if you get him there. Because this is where we first picked him up here. He's there in the doorway.
Right in front.
Right, just to show you the stick figure, guys.
Right in front.
That's the stick figure back here.
I did say. Right in front.
What that is, we've got a spirit presence right here on the path before us. Is
Right.
it Henry?
Right in front of me now.
Yeah. Is it you, Henry? Hi,
Is that
Henry.
you? Can you wave? Can you wave to me? Or do you want to go back? Can you wave? Oh, he's gone now.
No,
Oh,
he's still there.
Can you wave?
Waving.
He is waving.
He is waving. Just let me zoom in on this to show people.
Can you wave again?
See, it's reflecting back because of the light. I can't really get it. Yeah, he is. It did wave then.
Can you wave again? Can
Just
you
wave, Henry?
Can you wave with your other arm? He's waving. He's waving.
Going up. That's his way of communicating then.
There's nothing that could else
No,
could
there's
possibly
nothing else,
be.
so he's definitely there, a figure. Is there anything you want to tell us, Henry? Have we got your name right?
Have you gone back up? Oh, it's like he's gone back.
No, he's definitely still on the path here. I'll try and come around this side here because we've got a bad reflection. Maybe we can see better on there. It's hard to tell. I think you can see it now. It's disappeared now, hasn't it? Interestingly enough. Yeah, so we definitely just mapped a figure in this doorway. So Andy's picking up on that and seeing. And that's one way we can communicate by asking them to wave, and if they lift up their arm and wave, then we know that we've got a genuine response. Look how happy Andy is now. He's wanted to do this for so long.
No, but it just think. Oh, God,
is he back again? Yeah. Is he right in front? He is. He's looking right in it.
Right. Can you wave?
He's right. Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, he's right. He's gone back in the doorway. Show an orb if you can, please. Let's see you with an orb.
What are you doing there?
So you might be acting around. You know, some students acted like. Oh yeah, he's back in the door.
Back in the doorway.
He's back in the doorway. Just show people this and then they can see.
That.
Yeah. He's in the
That's
doorway
very
now. He's
active,
come out
that.
again. He's standing on his hands.
Right,
He's acting like, you know, when students are acting stupid when they've had a few drinks.
Have you had a few?
That's what he's doing. He's tumbling
What are you
over.
doing?
Why are you tumbling over? He's showing off because he's finally
He's not
got.
going in and out. He's going back. He's going out in that doorway and then coming right up to me.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to spook us.
Maybe.
Because he's like going in the door and then.
He's standing on his hands though. You know, like students would do the handstand.
Yeah,
That's
that.
stupid. Sorry. Yeah. That's interesting. That.
That's mad.
Yeah. So he's definitely there in the doorway, getting attention, drawing attention to himself.
Yeah. Oh, that's mad.
That's good. Should we move on to another bit now? Interesting that. It's the first time we've really done anything with the SLS, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously, yeah, that was good. But you know, students kind of like act up, like manking about, like, oh come on, I'm on camera, you know, and all that. I think he was just really showing off because he probably was a bit of a one
but
for.
he like came right up in front. But do you know when I said?
Yeah.
It wasn't just me.
Yeah.
You know when I said Can you wave? It was wave. It did go like that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. No, it did. It waved when you said wave. It waved. No, you haven't imagined that. It definitely did that. Yeah. Is that what you've got up now? The message, yeah. See, these are real student lodgings. These guys, lodgings. Blimey, can't call them lodgings. It's a lot more than lots of lodging. Lodgings. Not really lodgings, are they?
I just done with that.
Look, 1724. Bibliotheca. I think that's the library, isn't it? Oh, Pepe's Library. 17 Pepys.
Pepys Library, yeah.
Pepys Library, 1724. Yeah, but it's actually his library. He turns up in so many classic books.
Well, yeah, he will do.
He really does. I think he had to do with the Great Fire of London, didn't he? When he, I think, if I remember. Now, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm only going off classic books that I've read. I think Samuel Pepys was Prime Minister of London during the Great Fire of London. I think he had to do with that when Charles II was
He's the one who had the
If I've got that wrong, apologies, because I'm not an expert on this history stuff. I only pick it up here and there.
I mean, I can't.
I think, yeah, he did write diaries, but I'm pretty sure that he was the Prime Minister of London in 1666 when we had the Great Fire. Maybe that's him again, happy that because he's managed to get through.
Well,
He was performing there, weren't he?
That was like
good and proper.
On his hands and knees.
Oh, the croquet lawn. How posh. See, they don't play cricket and golf here, guys. They play croquet. Croquet is what you're supposed to say, not croquet.
If I don't behave, I'll get belted with a croquet.
A croquet ball. Imagine that. That would be a flipping thing. What happened to Andy? He got knocked unconscious by a croquet ball at Cambridge Uni. Look at this. This is all the original buildings. Beautiful buildings, like you find in the south of England.
You know me. Yeah, you the same guy who's round there with Henry.
Henry.
Was that your name?
Yeah, because
Are you following us round again?
You could well be. Let's see if he maps on one of these chairs here. Ask him to sit down. So you find in these southern ancient buildings beautiful gardens.
Yeah.
You know, like Kew and things like that, botanical in London. Hampton Court Gardens, that kind of thing. So we'll go up to that gate anyway.
Yeah.
Did something come through then?
Good energy.
Alright. So we just got good energy, so we'll pick up on that good energy and see if it comes forward.
Yeah.
Right, so look at that there, the old lamp and everything. They would have lit that back in the day, you know, like with the candle and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the lamp. The old lamp there, they would have lit that up. They would have had them dotted all over in them days, around the uni.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it was like being at uni here?
Yeah.
Because it goes back. Oh, look at the old beam coming out there. That's an old timber that. Coming out, so there was obviously some building on this side of it before.
No, I just actually dealt with that in there.
Might have done, yeah.
To keep it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So, so without boring you guys to tears, I like looking for clues like that in the building work, you know, to see what used to be here and
That was
kind of thing. We're back at the canal now, so let's have a look. Oh, my foot. I got my foot caught then. Sorry if I went sideways, guys. Oh, I got my foot caught under the croquet thing, the croquet arch.
oh, dash it.
Come on, let's get down to the canal and see what's going on here. But, yeah, I do clumsy. Go on, I do Inspector Clouseau. Say it. Go on, say it, because I know exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah, but the difference is...
Oh, so you admit to it then?
No, the difference is I do my falls off camera. You do them on.
I do them with the camera, usually. Alright, so these are the punters again, guys. That are punting people up and down there. Well, let's have a look now what we get here, because these students would have come down to this lake of an evening, wouldn't they? And probably have picnics out here, and I suspect that croquet lawn has always been there.
Yeah, yeah.
Croquet is a really ancient English, it's similar to like polo, but on the ground rather than in the water.
I have no idea how you play it.
No, well, we are not from this flipping class, are we?
But
Come on now, we're from the working class.
No, here's one for
Go
everybody
on.
now watching. You know Wimbledon starts tomorrow.
Yeah, and it'll rain now for 2 solid weeks like it always
That
does.
Wimbledon is actually known as the Croquet and Tennis Club. They actually,
Oh, really?
Actually, on the tennis courts, don't anybody...
Because we don't always do our research.
Because somebody will come back and tell me...
Yeah, you'll get some tennis expert who'll
As
give
far
us
as
a...
I knew, it was always called the Croquet and Tennis Club.
Yeah.
Right? And as far as I knew, that they used to play croquet on those courts. I mean, whether they do it now or not, during Wimbledon season, the tennis season or whatever, but I'm not sure whether they still do it. But as far as I'm aware, it used to be the Croquet and Tennis Club of England, or the All England Croquet and
It
Tennis
was
Club.
a big sport back in Victorian times, to be fair.
So what are you anxious over?
So these are the pump boats, guys, where you can hire these and they'll take you up and down and give you the history of Cambridge and all
Are you
that.
anxious about Alison tripping over? Hot.
No, don't be anxious about that. It happens every day without fail.
Yeah. Yeah, hot. Oh.
So, Henry, are you following us? Did you follow us down to the riverbank? Or has he gone now and someone else is here? Please give us a name.
If I put that camera on, are you going to
Let's have a stroll down the riverbank. Let's have a stroll down and show people the lovely view, because we're 30th of June now, guys, so we're right at the end of officially spring and we're heading into summer tomorrow. Pardon me for coughing with. Yeah, they would have strolled down here to think things over, and they would have, you know, when they've been studying hard and they wanted a break, I think they would have come down here for a walk of an evening and just, you know, and perhaps they met people out here for, because they used to take drugs back in them days, you know, opium and stuff used to find its way into these colleges. So they even might have met people, because if someone could come down on a boat and you could meet them on the riverbank, you could get things into your college that you probably weren't supposed to have in your college. I mean, I always look at the skullduggery in these places. Yeah, it's all very nice and it's, you know, and all of that, but there's always skullduggery attached, and I look for the pirate side and the smuggler's side of the skullduggery, and I'm thinking there's a river going right down by the college and they're locked in, right, students, so they're going to be able to get in and out by using a boat, or people are going to be able to get in and out by using a boat, so obviously some underhand stuff has gone on here. As big as the name it is, Cambridge, come on, you're not telling me that it's smuggling drink, drugs and women on other men or whatever was going on, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm coming from exactly.
Well, it would have happened. It was bound to. It'll happen. It'll
know
always happen. It'll always happen. People were always doing it. Yeah.
All right, so let's run with that theme.
Yeah.
Walk along the riverbank and bring forward any spirits, or any spirits connected to the river that might have come down to Cambridge University and helped the students out with a few things they were going without.
15.
15 what? Women?
15.
Doxies. Yes. 15 doxies.
15.
And if anybody wants to know what a doxy is.
What?
A doxy? You should know. You're British.
It's a doxy.
You don't know?
No.
A doxy was one of those barmaid type women, big ones that always had everything popping out, and they'd serve you a pint and a pie and all that, but then they said for an extra couple of shillings you could have a bit more, and they'd hoist them off to the bed upstairs for a little bit
I thought
extra.
That was just a slapper.
Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything like that. I read classics back to back, you know this.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Doxy. If you hear the word doxy or wench, the doxy was...
wench is.
Yeah, the wench was the younger, slimmer woman,
Alright.
the barmaid. But the doxy was generally the tavern holder, who would, you know, all right, they spent a lot of money in here tonight, he's brought his friends and they've all spent a lot of money, and if he's just tipping in the wink and he's tipping a wink back,
Oh, yeah.
the doxy would then say, right, for an extra 4 shillings or whatever, come upstairs.
So if
and
the barmaid's winking at you,
she's likely to be a
she hasn't
doxy.
just got a twitch.
No, you're likely to get something other than your pie and your pint.
Oh, there you go.
As
What
an
happens
extra.
If you accidentally
And I'm not
back?
talking about apple crumble and custard, I'm talking
So what
about...
do you do? What do you do?
Well, if you got a fly in your eye and accidentally wink back, then that's you gone with the doxy for the night, isn't it? Anyway, we're talking, we're straying again from the point now. We're actually at Cambridge University, guys. A doxy. I can't believe you've been born and brought up in England and been all over the country and done all this historical stuff, and you don't know what a doxy is.
Go down your arms when you get stung by an echo.
That's a dock leaf.
Yeah, doxy.
A doxy. It was friendly pubs that
Wait and see.
wanted to offer a little bit extra because they wanted to make the money, and not, usually the landlady would, even the landlord would go around and serve people and say, you know, if you want a bit extra, after the apple pie and the coffee, you can. And then the doxy would come over, but she'd unbutton a couple of buttons and pop them out, and she'd say like 4 shillings.
What in your apple
Although
pie?
it was, yeah, after your apple pie, not during. Anyway, right, so what would happen then? The doxy would whisk you away to the 4-post bed. And then the rest is what I don't know what goes on after that. I don't really care.
I'm thinking of is...
What? What were you thinking of?
Oh, you were saying that. She comes over while you're having your apple pie. And she unbuttons. I thought she was going to say, what do you want, 1 scoop or 2?
Alright, moving swiftly on.
Anyway, we'll get to it.
So, if anybody from America or Europe or anywhere else in the world wants to know what a doxy is, I think we've just pretty much explained that to you.
So she was one then, wasn't she?
Who?
Fanny Price.
You know a doxy?
Fanny Price.
You never told me this before.
You know Fanny.
Fanny Price from the Skirridon?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have been one. Yeah, she would have been one, yeah.
Probably not.
What do you mean, probably not? Yeah.
Probably not.
Oh, well, somebody's disagreeing with us on that. Who's disagreeing?
Wait and see, probably not.
Wait and see. I'd love it if some doxy spirit come forward now and I'd go, you know, offer the services to you. That'd be great.
Thank you.
Well, you deserve it for all that, not knowing. How can you not know? How can you be brought up in England and not know what a doxy is?
It's weird, isn't it?
It's very weird.
It's weird, isn't it? To the 200-year-old dead slapper.
That's private. Oh, look at the Scholars Garden. Look at that. This is the Scholars Garden, but we're not allowed in. Private. So, Riverside Walk to Cripps Court, please keep to the path. So, I think we can go that way. Can we go? Well, we can't go that way. So we can go this way.
We can go that way.
Well, it pointed up, didn't it, and said please keep to the path.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Go up there, or do you want to go back? Or? Right. Porter's Lodge and Dining Hall. Please keep to the path, Fellows Garden. So yeah, so these paths would have been here, but over the other side, then brand new flats. There wouldn't have been anything like that though. Then there probably might have been more university buildings.
This is dangerous.
Possibly might have just been open fields.
No, it's not dangerous.
Because people forget, you know, like London. London now is well built, you know, with buildings and apartments and all of that. But back in the day, if you go to London and you see places like St Martin's in the Fields, now it's surrounded by like houses and whatever, flats, shops. But they would have been literally in the fields like this back in those days, and because it's been built on, those fields have disappeared. But we're going to do London in December, so we'll cover some of that history then. Oh, am I being mapped there? Am I stepping into view?
No.
Look, we can go around this garden. Do you want to go around here? Oh. Let's have a look around this way. I like secret gardens. You might get some fairies jumping out. Talking of fairies jumping out, did you see the guy in the lederhosen? I managed to catch him I caught him on film. He was up there.
You caught him on film?
Yeah, when you were doing your piece. He walked by and the old fella in the lederhosen.
With the socks up to
Yeah, awesome.
That was a...
Well, anyway, he walked by when I was filming you before, so we've caught the old fella with the lederhosen on the film.
That's just a weird look, isn't it?
No, let's not get too into this. Don't forget it's Pride Month and people can wear what the hell they want, you know, and let themselves go if they need. Secret garden, guys, look at this. All wilderness. A lot of secret gardens in Britain, in different places. It's where your fairy stories and stuff like that come from. And that's what I was meaning when I said fairy. I wasn't meaning an old man in lederhosen, I was meaning like, you know.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
No, it was...
Well, it's not what you see every day, let's put it that way.
They were too snug for me, that thing.
Yeah, but I found you some lederhosen that's going to fit just right.
I like.
Bygone times have got the perfect size of lederhosen for you. So when we do the Bavarian night at Rivington Hall Barn next year, you can be in full lederhosen, and then we'll go and do the paranormal shoot straight after.
I'm sure you have to slap each other, don't you?
Well, I'm sure I'll find something to slap you about. That won't be a problem. Okay, let's have a look up here. Now this is new, this brick building up here, so obviously one's come down and they've built one up.
Is there anybody wandering around here? Because it's very old. I mean, that bit's quite new. But the rest of it's quite old. Is there anything you want to say to us if you can? So, do this eyes.
Look at the age of that tree. I bet that were here when... because some famous people came to this uni, you know, like Sir Isaac Newton, Christopher Wren and those kinds of people.
Great.
And I think Charles Darwin did, because there's one of these colleges is called Darwin College.
Yeah.
But you know Charles Darwin, he actually went around the world on a ship picking up his plant samples and stuff with after Captain Cook. Yeah, yeah, he did. So that's the croquet lawn. Are there any people here?
Sticks.
Sticks. Croquet sticks.
That's interesting.
Croquet
No,
sticks.
as in STYX. The river Styx.
Where's the river
Is
Styx?
basically the river you pass over from life to death.
Oh, really?
Supposedly, what they call the river Styx is under the river Styx runs under the Hellfire Caves.
Oh, that's down here somewhere, isn't it? Tunbridge Wells.
There is a bridge, and you're crossing the river Styx, which basically means you're crossing from life. They say once you've gone over that bridge to the Hellfire cave ritual where they did all what they did, you're crossing from life to death. So basically when they say you're crossing the river Styx, you're crossing the river to death. It's
okay.
The river.
That's the way it's spelled.
That's how it's spelled.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Speech. Yeah, anybody who wants to come and talk to us, can you give us your name? Can you tell us what you did? Why you were here?
What subject did you study?
What subjects did you do?
See, there's been so many famous people attached to these colleges. Even like Dr. John Dee, the astronomer and astrologer and physician, and he actually went to sea as well to study longitude and latitude and the sun and relating to where we are in the world and all of that. And Sir Francis Drake actually was inspired by John Dee to go to sea and study the map of the world more. So sometimes, you go back so far, people who influenced other people. So Dr. John Dee, who was around in Elizabeth I's time, influenced Francis Drake, and then he influenced Walter Raleigh, and then so it goes on. And this is how we've led today to some people that, Scott of the Antarctic, who went out there looking, finding the Antarctic and mapping it, and also Shackleton, is it Worsley? I think it's Worsley who went with him. And Worsley, I'm not quite sure of his name, but Shackleton, who took expedition to the Antarctic. All these people have been sort of like admired people before them, and that's how it's led to what they've achieved. So a lot of those famous names came to this college.
Any names you can give us? Give us a message of some sort. Obviously, if you come in here, you probably understand what we're doing and why we're doing it, and you'll probably be very interested in what these things are. So you want to know, come and talk to us.
It would have been, because
if you want, instead of us asking you questions, you can ask us questions through this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you saying you don't know how it works, or you don't know what you want to ask us?
Is it you don't know what questions to ask us? Anything.
Let's put it this way.
Anything that comes off the top of your head, anything you would like to say to us, ask us.
Let's put it this way.
You can ask the questions, if that's okay with you.
You were far more intelligent because you had to work it all out. We just have it all done by GPS and stuff today.
You've got a concern.
Push of a button. What's the concern?
Don't worry.
Are you concerned that we're doing paranormal?
These things are evil. There's nothing going to happen to you. You're in the spirit world. You've probably gone to wherever you wanted to go, see, or you've come back because probably when you were here, it was a great time. There were a lot of great people, a lot of great thinkers, a lot of great educated people. So you probably enjoyed it, and that's why you come back and you're wandering round, and you've got us coming round asking you questions. You ask us questions.
It's like Sir Isaac Newton, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sir Isaac Newton. He was sitting under a tree somewhere, at Cambridge or whatever, and an apple fell and hit him on the head, and he suddenly had this revelation, and then he made his name as a great scientist. So these things happen.
We are sort of in the woods. Sure? Yeah.
What does it say? Sure.
Woods.
Dorothy.
No, you really. Dorothy. Okay, Dorothy.
Who are you, Dorothy? Just explain who you are.
What's your last name, Dorothy? Can you give us a last name or what you did here? Were you a student, graduate here? I don't quite know the term that they use Or were you somebody who taught here? Were you a lecturer, professor? Is it you call them doctorates?
Doctorates, yeah.
Things like that. Were you somebody who looked after the building? You know, made sure everybody was in one way behaving, or...
And this is a new eco uni, all wooden and glass fronted. Seems a shame really that you've got the ancient uni and they've got this new one here.
Yeah, well, probably more and more.
They call them eco unis, don't they?
Yeah,
because they're partly made of wood now, not brick.
Because you're getting more and more people coming in, because before you wouldn't have had.
Everything's going eco now. They're desperately trying to save the planet, aren't they?
Oh, Dorothy, can you everything was coming through, and now you don't particularly. I said, you ask the questions. You ask the questions. You're the
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
That's another name.
Dorothy Lawrence.
So Lawrence, if you're here, please come forward
name?
and speak to
Or
us.
is Lawrence your last name? Were you T.E. Lawrence?
D.H. Lawrence.
T.E. Lawrence.
Yeah, there's a D.H. Lawrence as well, the
D.H.
writer.
Lawrence.
Focus.
That's because we're scuffling. Let's stop scuffling now.
Right.
We leave our scuffles for off the camera.
Did you go to Arabia?
Oh, you're thinking about Lawrence? Did he come to Cambridge?
I don't know.
Well, you know, he might have done actually.
I'm gonna give it.
No,
a
he
go.
could have done actually. That's a pretty fair point, because I know they made a big film of it, Omar Sharif, weren't it? But Lawrence of Arabia, he did start out here.
He fought for the Arabs.
Yeah, he must have had a good education.
Figure.
We need to know more history on some of these people, don't we?
See, you do that all the time. I'm trying to say
Getting loads of names.
Figure. You will go.
You will go.
Where will I go? If you want us to go, you're going to have to tell us to go.
You know this croquet, I think you could actually just pick up the mallet and have a go.
Do you want me to pick up the mallet and have a go?
Pick up the hammer. Pick up the hammer. For anybody who remembers MC Hammer, I'm probably the only person on YouTube who remembers MC Hammer. Pick up the hammer. Pick up the hammer. Yeah, go and pick it up and go and swing your club, and let's see what you can do.
Yeah,
And don't put it through any of them windows, they're centuries old. Centuries old. Can you imagine having to replace one of them? Oh yeah, we'll have to send off to Venice and get it especially made. It'll be like £1,400 per pane.
Stop.
On second thoughts, maybe just don't touch the mallet. These trees are old though. Look at the size of the tree trunks. So some of these trees, the students would have been here and they probably would have sat under them and studying the books and stuff like that. You know? These trees have got a story to tell, haven't they? That Major Oak in York, well, it's in Mansfield, at Nottinghamshire. It's propped up with all different sticks now. It's done, all the branches are literally like hanging off. Do you remember the blasted oaks? We're going to have to go over there and do all that, aren't we, sometime?
Yeah.
And the blasted oaks were all trees that have been hit by lightning, that are like dead and...
Oh, he's in the tree.
Oh, are you getting a figure there? Seriously? Not a squirrel up there, it wouldn't pick up that, would it?
No, it was not.
Oh, okay.
You're going to show yourself in the door? Again?
Maybe somebody's climbing the tree then. Well, they probably did in them days, students. You know what students are like, they study hard and then when they've got some time out they have a few and they just act crazy, don't they, stupid. A lot of them. I'm not saying they all do, but a lot do. Let their hair down, and why not? You study hard, so you play hard.
There's somebody in the tree.
Somebody in the tree? Is you getting something in the tree there? Oh yeah, right, cause like she's up now and again, doesn't it? Could have been the gardener, somebody probably went up and pruned the trees. You know, they would have had someone looking after the trees here. See if there's anyone on the croquet thing, maybe it's always been a croquet pitch. And then nothing mopping up?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll have a walk back through there and see if we can go. I think you can go that way as well, we haven't been down that way yet.
See if that guy comes back.
past Samuel Pepys Library, the opposite way. I think we can go that way. So let's go that way. We haven't done that bit yet.
See, that other thing was, it was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you put the SLS on that path there and see if anybody's coming up there?
Ah.
Because I think these paths are old because the gateway is old down there and the old lantern's still there, so that would have been an original passageway. So Andy's got SLS on again now to see if we can see any spirit figures walking up. It's the one thing about SLS, you can use it during the daytime as well. It's really hard doing the paranormal shoots at the minute because, like I explained last week when we were up at Remington, we've got like about 4 hours of darkness at the minute because right at summer solstice now till about the end of July we literally go dark at 11 and it comes light at 3, so it's like that's all we've got dark time at the minute.
It'd be really great to sit in one of these chairs. Ain't it?
Yeah, that would be good if we could get that.
You could sit in one of them chairs. Yeah? No?
Maybe because those benches weren't there in their time.
Oh, that's fine.
If they were old benches, perhaps they would sit in them, but because they weren't there in their time,
Yeah.
perhaps they can't or they don't. Perhaps they don't see those benches.
Yeah.
Perhaps they only see this place as it was in their time.
Yeah, yeah.
Perhaps they don't see all this modern
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
This is just a theory I'm throwing out there. I don't know. I'm thinking, because you know when ghosts walk through walls, they're saying there used to be an entrance and that's why they're going through.
Jonathan.
That's the name.
Yeah, well, I get that. Yeah. No. Yeah, because they'd be like, well, there's nothing there.
If it was old seats,
Yeah.
then they might sit there.
Yeah.
But if it was something else there, like a duck pond or something, then they're not going to probably, I don't think they'll sit there. That's why I think
Yeah.
when
so-
you're filming ghosts, you need to stick with the areas that they would have frequented
Yeah,
in
probably
life, you
old
know.
church, but yeah, because they probably wouldn't have been there, and they'd been looking at me like, well, sit on what?
Yeah, but we don't know what was there
Nothing
before.
there to sit on.
Well, I mean, we've got to do these things to work out our theories, aren't we? Whether, you know, do they recognise modern day things or do they just stay in their own world? I don't think they just stay in their own time frame.
I think you get some that interact, and some will just.
And here's a question for you,
Sorry?
for anybody else out there who's watching right now, who's interested in paranormal. Right, so we can see them, we can communicate with them, and they're from the past. So when they see us and communicate with us, do they know that we're from the future?
That's an interesting one. I've never.
Because we don't ever speak to anybody from the future, do we? So are we seen as from the future? It's one of them question mark ones, isn't it? With the question marks hanging over it and we don't, no one really knows.
Oh, did they think we're ghosts?
Well, this is it. But we'd be future ghosts, don't we?
We're interacted in with weird stuff. Pushed.
Pushed.
Yeah, because we would be.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you. Gotta be
Infrared.
infrared.
They're referring to the camera or something?
Hmm.
Or the SLS maybe. I don't know how the SLS actually works. You know, whether there's anything in there that... But don't forget, some of these scientists actually developed infrared. I mean, you're going way back with some of this stuff and it got developed, like Leonardo da Vinci. And although he was Italy, this stuff got developed by our generation, but it was, the ideas were there from them days, weren't they? So when you're talking infrared, they could have been studying it back then, but they've not been able to put it into until today, until recent years, because of technology and stuff. This is Samuel Pepys Library. Very, very big, important man, Samuel Pepys. If anybody reads the classic novels that were written between sort of 1650 and 1750, he will turn up in a lot of those books. He's a very influential figure and a very popular, famous figure. He's involved in a lot of stuff that went on in London and around in the 60s. I think he might have been here during the plague, to be fair, because the plague was 1665. dead the year after they had the fire, 1666. So let's go back up to the water's edge. I'll have to read up about Samuel Pepys a bit more for you guys, because to be fair, I only ever come across him when he comes into you know, books and stuff, so I don't really 100% know too much about him. But I think he was the Prime Minister of London in the 1660s when we had the plague, and then again when we had the Great Fire. Do you want to head back to the front door? We've got 5 minutes and then we can wrap it up then. So we managed to get in one of the colleges anyway. They're not all open to the public, and some are only open on certain days. So really, if you get in, you come in and just get in, and just because it is a working uni, you know, a lot of the people here are students, and they have open days where you.
We're going back that way.
Why? What did it say?
Walk left.
Oh, we are walking left.
Take it.
Really? So they're giving us directions out.
Walk left. Out. What happens when we walk left?
Very beautiful place.
Take it.
Yeah. See, look at the old doors over there in the wall. And there's an old chapel at the back as well there. Lots and lots and lots and lots of history.
Oh.
Layers upon layers of history here. Lots and lots of tourists coming as well from different parts of the world. Well, it's good to see that people are showing interest in this place. Oh, look, there's a door. Should we go up there and see what's through that door before we finish? I'm curious now. Let's go through the open door and see what's here. Private property. Alright, so maybe the residences. Might even be some of the professors or somebody. Oh, is that Sarah now? We've just come from the river, haven't we? We've just come from there, where the guys are punting away with the little boat things.
Yeah.
Which, you know, you can hire them or you can rent your own if you want. And it's a good way to get up and down through Cambridge if you want to avoid all the foot traffic.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to go back through this door.
And then we're going to go.
Yeah. And then back out.
Standing inside.
Standing inside. Inside here.
Standing inside.
Yeah.
So see where that is going out.
I think it's him. Henry he had before, probably having a bit of a banter with us. Probably having a bit of a laugh with us. Maybe.
Yeah, because if I remember, so the first time it was like coming out of that.
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was.
Alright, so go straight through and then
Yeah.
we'll finish off at the front door. Let's do it film this square again. It's a lovely square, isn't it? So that's where we were before. We got Henry the student. I think was a student anyway.
Gone now.
Is he gone now? So he was playing to the camera, wasn't he, really? He knew we were here and what we were doing, and yeah. So this has been at Magdalen College, Cambridge University. It's been good to be able to get in here, to be fair. It's my first time to Cambridge. I've never been here before. Is he? Seriously? Maybe that was his hall, you know, like where he stayed when he was a student here. That's interesting that though, isn't it? You've got it again. Let's show people. Get closer to it this time. Yeah, there we go. He's being mapped in the doorway. So that's a spirit figure, that, guys. There's nobody stood in that door, and that is a spirit. Is he waving? Wave, please. It's a good wave goodbye to us. Yeah, so he's definitely, must be his place, that where he
Yeah, because there's nothing else in that doorway.
No, there's nothing.
There's nothing, and there's nothing anywhere else.
No, so he definitely, that doorway is
There's
haunted.
nothing.
That doorway is haunted, guys. And we got the name Henry, so we're guessing that's who is haunting it. Try the other doorways on the way back.
might be somebody on the doorway blocking this that same kind of thing.
Maybe, yeah.
On that one. Yeah, same with that one.
Same? Really?
She's a mortar.
There's nothing to.
Oh yeah, it is. That's interesting that, isn't it? We're getting that on every door.
It's like as though somebody's.
So these doors are active then.
But if you think about it, there's no. It's
Doors
private,
are
innit?
active, yeah.
So you would.
But doorways are very active areas because how many
Yeah.
people have gone through them doors
But-
over the centuries? All these doors.
Well, that's like private, innit?
Yeah.
So it's,
I'm thinking it's more to do with the age of it, to be fair,
yeah.
and the number of people that have gone through these doors over the centuries, because these are all the old
I don't
student.
know why. That door, nothing.
All right.
That door, nothing.
So it's them doors.
That door, nothing.
So they're active then.
That corner door, nothing. The main entrance, that, nothing. So these are probably private quarters. So wherever.
They look older. If you look at the brickwork,
Yeah.
these actually look older. Than them over there.
That's in an older part.
Yeah.
So you might have had whoever was like the, I don't know what they call them, porter or whatever,
Yeah.
sort of saying, no, you can't come in.
Try that tower door on the corner there. That turret
That one?
tower, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Nothing. So it's just them two doors down there then, isn't it? That's interesting then.
And that door as well.
Yeah, that's interesting that. Anyway, we're going to end this where we started it. This is where we started at this door. We're going to end this shoot now where we started it.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, so that's been
we've got
Magdalen
some-
College, Cambridge. And so we're going to continue one more video of Cambridge. And then we're going to move on to another area. Down we're in East Anglia, England at the minute. And we'll move on to other things. So see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.